So there's been a bunch of talk about bans. 6 people died from fucking vape cigarettes, which we're not even sure if the vape that they were using was, shall we say, illicit or legitimate. The difference being it could have been from an illegal THC cartridge, which is still illegal because it's in a place where they're not legally allowed to have them. The bigger problem that what seems to be the issue is that vitamin E being used in the making of the cartridge seems to be a key factor in whether or not it's potentially toxic. Regardless, I'm not even going to bother with a number on how many people are dead from mass shootings. I'm not going to bother with looking up the number for how many people in general are just dead from fucking firearms. 400 people got sick and 6 people died, and they're talking about banning fucking vape pens. Flavored e-cigarettes, but not a single bullet yet. And here's where my issue is. A lot of the fucking complaint I hear is that flavored cartridges are marketed towards children. And I don't see it as that. I don't. Sure, children are susceptible to that because they're flavored. Kids like candy flavored stuff. I heard some guy the other day say that adults aren't into things like cotton candy and blueberry. And I have no fucking clue what that guy was talking about. One of my favorite flavors is blueberry. My now ex, my partner in my last child, she's a huge fan of cotton candy. She's a little bit of a kid at heart, sure, but we fucking all are. And it made me kind of question this idea that, are they trying to say that there are grown-up flavors? And I get that there are some, like whiskey or coffee. But where do you draw the line as like far as what you consider to be a grown-up flavor? You know, are we talking about chocolate? Is chocolate a grown-up flavor? No. Kids like chocolate. Adults like chocolate. It's a people flavor. Or rather, a flavor people like. Same with blueberry. Same with peach, cherry, strawberry, raspberry, lemon. They're flavors. Saying that a thing is being marketed towards kids because it shares the same flavor as any candy ever in fucking history is dumb. It's this mentality that because it's enjoyable, it must be something that kids will want to do. And of course that's true. Kids want to do stuff that adults find fun. Adults want to do stuff that kids find fun. It happens both directions. But this idea that you're going to ban candy-flavored cigarettes because they're targeting children, that's not what they're doing. Nobody's marketing them at kids. You want to talk to somebody about marketing a cigarette product, a tobacco-related thing? When are we going to get rid of gum, cigars, and candy cigarettes? When's that going to fucking happen? Because that's some shit that's marketed right at your fucking children. Flavored e-cigarettes? If I'm hanging out with somebody and they decide that they want to have a blueberry nicotine flavored thing, does that suddenly mean that they're a bad person? That they've been marketed at as a child? No, it means they happen to like that flavor. e-cigarette flavored cartridges because 6 people died. I guess the e-cigarette industry needs better lobbyists. Because as one person commented, this is the exact sort of thing that will send people back to cigarettes. And can you imagine if they've already eliminated flavored cigarette papers because they thought they were being marketed towards children. Do you see the fucking problem here? Nobody's marketing this shit towards children. There are laws that prevent that shit, and in every case, the fucking CEOs of these companies come back and they say the same thing. They're operating within the bounds of the rules set up to be able to advertise towards adults. The fact that children are interested in some of the same shit that adults are interested in is not anyone's fucking fault. It's basically human fucking nature. There's no good call to fucking ban flavored e-cigarettes. Should you be smoking them? No. No, they cause fucking lung problems. I mean, you can't tell me you think they're safe. Are they safer than smoking cigarettes? Maybe. Maybe. And only in the sense that we know you're not inhaling actual smoke. You're not inhaling a specific type of chemical compound. We know that. Because we know that does cause damage. Does the vape pen cause lung damage? Probably. I mean, again, you're inhaling a cloud that contains fine particulates, some of which are really, really jagged shaped if you look at them closely under like a microscope. That shit can't get into your lungs and do any good. Humans like their vices. We really do. But this idea that you're going to ban them because of the flavor, that doesn't make any sense. That's just dumb. I mean, if you're going to ban them because somebody died, and we have the same thing with a couple things across the board. This isn't the first product that had a lot of injury followed by a short number of deaths that was immediately banned. Lawn darts. Here we are again with the fucking lawn darts. Lawn darts, 6,000 injuries in the 3-5 year span that they were even back on the market, and one death where some kid hit his fucking neighbor with a lawn dart and it pierced and she died. So no more lawn darts, because they killed somebody. And lawn darts don't kill people. You must understand. If they wanted to overhand throw the dart at the target, they were going to find a way to do it no matter what. There's a fact. Lawn darts, 6,000 some odd injuries and one death. And they are banned. They got some that they're releasing now that they're calling lawn darts, but they're not lawn darts. They're giant badminton birdies. Because they had to round and blunt the tips. Because otherwise, it'd still be a lethal dart. So here we go with the fucking lawn darts again. E-cigarettes, same fucking thing. A couple hundred people got sick. 6 people died, and they're immediately talking about banning the flavored cartridges because they must be marketing them towards children. Does this make sense? No, this doesn't make any fucking sense. These arguments are stupid. They want to ban them because they need to have some sort of knee-jerk reaction to look like they're doing something or that they care. Now there's a key for you, e-cigarette industry. Invest better money in better lobbyists. I'm betting the tobacco industry had something to do with all this fucking shit. We don't need to ban flavored cartridges. We don't need to ban e-cigarettes. I mean, after all, what is it you guys always say? Bans don't work. If bans worked, there wouldn't be drug problems. If bans worked, there wouldn't be criminals with guns. If blah, 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 blah. They do work. And you know why they work? Because when you ban something, when you make it illegal, then you can punish people for having it. Because then it becomes a crime. And it becomes a crime because we all got together as a social order and decided that's the thing we're not going to let anybody do. Why aren't we going to let people do it? Because we as a society want people to be healthier. That's why you fucking religious communities have been shitting on everybody's rights for thousands of years, right? Why can't you let the healthy-minded people do it? But that's not who does this shit. So what we're going to end up having happen is you're going to have all these e-cigarette cartridges be banned. And you're going to have people try and find a way to bootleg the flavor because some of that shit is just tasty. I mean, look, if you are in your late 30s or older, you might actually remember a baby food flavor called Tutti Frutti. Some of you kind of recognize it vaguely as the almost bubblegum, but bubblegum has more of a little bitter kind of flavor. Anyway, Tutti Frutti isn't on the market anymore. But when you find that flavor, you recognize it immediately. And it takes you back memory, and you're like, oh, I remember this when I was a kid. And that's what the flavor is all about. There's an e-cigarette flavor that is almost an exact fucking duplicate of that flavor of Tutti Frutti baby food. You can get it without nicotine. I think they make a THC flavor of it. Although at that point, I'm not really sure why you would really want to bother. Part of the reason I smoke marijuana is because I actually like the flavor of it. Regardless, another dumb policy being implemented by people who don't seem to understand what the problem actually is. It's like with guns. Guns aren't the problem. People are the problem. We know people are the problem. People keep getting a hold of guns and shooting people. But we don't want to do anything to make it more difficult for the problem to get a hold of guns so that they can create a problem. Does it sound like a problem? Anyway, banning flavored cartridges is a dumb idea, and a long line of dumb ideas from this administration, this government in general. Anyway, have a happy delusion.